Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the TNT podcast, the Taj and Tory podcast. Get it? Taj and Tory, TNT, Taj.
I think they get it, Tory.
All right. My name is Tory. I got my brother here, Taj Walker, and we're both two brothers from South Jersey. Shout out Jersey, by the way. Jersey in the house. We both went to Philly colleges. I'm currently a senior here at LaSalle University. Right now, we're taping from a small little location here at LaSalle. So all views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are my own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of LaSalle University. With that being said, enough about myself and introducing the podcast. If you're seeing this, you probably already know me, and you're probably wondering who is next to me. Got my brother here. Introduce yourself, bro. It's my partner in crime right here.
Well, my name's Taj Walker, as Tory already said. I go by TJ, but of course, this is my brother, so he calls me by my real name.
No, I don't. I call you by TJ, whatever you want to call me, but everybody calls you Taj.
No, not everybody. People, we can get into that, but not now. Anyways, again, my name's Taj. Usually go by TJ, but whatever. I went to St. Joseph's University, graduated, got my degree in sociology. I currently work in risk management. Other than that, I'm just a dude. Like I'm into anime. I'm into video games. I have a lot of different
Nerd over here, nerd.
Okay, sorry. I have a lot of hobbies and a lot of interests. That,
my God, for real.
You know, and yeah. I'm just a dude. You know, it's basically like I have my interests and stuff, but you know, it's Tory's world and I'm living in it.
Wait, what? So, what is that supposed to? What do you mean? Tory's world and I'm living in it.
Because you're the main character, bro.
No, I'm not. You act like I'm dragging you into doing this podcast, and I'm not.
I never said that.
Bro, Tory's world and this, what? What was that?
And there's nothing wrong with that. My dream is your dream. We both got the same dream, but you the main character, so I'm following you.
That makes zero sense. You're supposed to have your own dream.
Do you want to get into this right now?
I mean, hold on. We'll get into it. So basically, I just want to talk about the creation of the podcast real quick. Like I said, I'm currently a senior here at LaSalle. And to be honest, it all started, like me and him, we always have talks, like we would always have deep conversations, and they would go from, we would start at 12 a.m. I would just come to his room, say, hey, what's up? Like, he would kind of be annoyed, he would want to see me, all that, but so some days I would just literally just come to his room and be like, yo, what's good, bro? And then all of a sudden we would just have a deep conversation. And it would start from 12 a.m., right? And then it would lead to 5 in the morning. We'd be like, yo, we just had
yeah, the time goes by fast.
It's crazy.
When we have those talks, it don't even feel like
no, not at all, bro.
Multiple hours be passing by. He'll come in my room at 12 and
yeah.
We'll look at the clock. It'd be 5 in the morning and be like, "Damn, what time?"
The sun's about to come on.
Exactly. Yeah. It don't feel like our conversations are natural because we like me and him. We the same. So when we talk about something, we got to dive into each topic that we talk about. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where we got the idea to really do this podcast because we don't have surface level conversation. Everything we talk about, we got to really get into. So that's why.
And I always felt and I would always tell you that I feel in my opinion. The conversations we have, I feel like no other guy's having, to be honest with you. Our conversations are just about life in general and just how to be, I don't know, how to improve yourself as a man. You know, we talk about, dating advice, what's going on in dating culture or whatever, how to navigate, the workplace and whatever, and this life is a hard life that I feel why not create a podcast, create something special. The main goal, to go back to the creation of the podcast, so last semester I kind of had a brief conversation with one of the professors here. I saw him at the elevator, whatever, and I kind of wanted to get into a room just to study, so I saw him to see if he could open the room or whatever. So me and him was kind of doing small talk, and I was telling him I'm a junior, I guess, I'm a communication major, I do media, videography, and all that. So he was like, okay, wow. He was like, he has his own podcast here on campus. I was like, wait, what? Wait. And it was within the business school, whatever. So I think he was like, hey, let's get in touch, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'll get in touch with you next semester or anything, because it was towards the end of the semester that time period. So I always had a podcast on my mind, and going into that summertime. Am I talking too much?
Don't worry about it. I told you, just let it flow.
Let it flow. Let it flow. All right, bro. All right. So going into that summertime, as a junior, it's time to look at internships. It's time to look at, what you're gonna do for that summer. And I had a couple people reach out to me, a couple companies, kind of recruiting me, I guess, like a internship recruiter, and in that they were interested in like me applying for their internship. So I was like, oh shoot, and it was like a news station, like a prominent news station here in Philadelphia, and like I was like, oh shoot, like they contacted me, like what the heck?
They emailed you, right?
Yeah, like through a handshake. So I was like, oh man. So I quickly, once I got that, it was probably like maybe 2 weeks after I got that, I went to the Career Center. I had them help me because at the time I had no resume. And listen, if you're a freshman or a sophomore going to any college, start your resume. Start that ASAP. Like,
you don't gotta start it ASAP.
Bro, I feel like you do. I didn't have a resume.
You a freshman, you don't gotta worry about that.
I didn't have a resume the last week of, and like if I wanted, like,
I ain't make my first resume until I graduated. I'm not saying don't drop the ball. Like clearly don't drop the ball. I dropped the ball. But we could also get into that later.
Right.
Anyways, but when you were a freshman and sophomore, like you really just gotta worry about getting your classes. And,
facts.
If you want to do extracurriculars, like get that straightened out. Like get your schedule situated.
Yeah.
And your future, you can worry about that like as the time passes, or like as because your interests change. Like you're not gonna be interested in the same stuff you were interested in your freshman year.
Yeah, that's
when
true.
You're a senior.
Exactly.
Things change. You might want to change your major. Like that's why like you always want to keep that future open ended. So,
definitely.
Like, I don't know. Creating a resume as a freshman, sophomore, that sounds crazy. Not crazy. Like it's obviously
just start early. Don't be like me and just be last minute. Like
yeah. Like,
and especially if you had a goal of getting an internship that summer, like that was my fault most definitely, and I fumbled the ball on that internship. That internship ended up expiring, and I never got the chance to apply for that internship. So I was kind of like down and out. I was like, dang, like so. At that summer was really like kind of eye opening for me. I was like, okay. Tory, I sat down with myself, like just thought like, Tory, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna, just market yourself? How are you gonna put yourself out there? So I kind of, I love creating videos, filmmaking and all that. And a podcast was kind of in the back of my mind, but it wasn't really, So I just really like, one night I came up with the idea of, because I'm sorry, I'm going back and I'm like going like.
I didn't know you had a whole plan. I thought this was just. I thought because it was just always something we talked about.
Yeah.
Like going all the way back to I think when you started college, like when that was when I don't know. Like I just remember you talking about this years ago.
Really, a podcast?
Yeah. I don't not that long ago. That's why I'm thinking like it might have been your freshman or sophomore year. But like we're always talking, so like, it just came up. I didn't know that you was like making like whole plans about it.
So
initially,
I ended up looking at. I came up with the idea of like, hey, I want to start a campus podcast. Because talking to student athletes, international students in general, maybe alumni, just to kind of like see what they go through, and like especially with alumni. I'm a senior, so I want to learn from everyone here, everyone that's an alumni that just graduated. I want to know, like, what was your like head at when you graduated? Like, where was you at? Something like that. And student athletes, they wake up at 6 a.m. to go work out. Not everybody could do that.
You can go right to class afterwards.
Yes, like that's crazy, bro. I want to talk to student athletes about that, how they go through that, and like one thing about student athletes that's kind of like normalized now is getting there. I feel like mental health. I want to talk about mental health and all that, like with students in college. So I feel like
we're gonna get into everything.
Definitely.
Everything that you could possibly go through as a young adult, like 18 to 24, or just like around that age range.
Yes.
Like we're gonna talk about it.
And so I came up with the idea of kind of having a student like
it's a lifestyle podcast.
Yeah, lifestyle podcast, most definitely.
Yeah, but a young lifestyle.
Yeah.
A young adult type.
I like my whole plan was that. So I was just that whole summer I was just going through. I ended up doing 2 jobs. Don't do 2 jobs at all. Don't put yourself in that stress.
You talking about this summer?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I was doing 2 jobs.
You was planning all this when you was working.
Kinda. It kind of just came. I don't know. Came natural. I guess I wasn't really planning.
But because I know we were always talking about it. But you were like making the official plans.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
While you were.
Yeah, kinda.
Wow.
So I had to get all this stuff. So I saved up that summer just to buy everything you see here. To be honest, you know, the USB mixer. I have 4 microphones, so we're gonna interview 2 students at the same time, maybe. 4 microphones. I had to get this right here. That was a lot of money right there. It's a hard drive because my MacBook has 0 storage at all.
Not cheap. Not cheap.
So I had to just stack my bread that whole summer, and luckily, like, this wasn't really that expensive. This was kind of like, it was in my budget, but it was still like I didn't really want to, But I feel like it's worth it. It's all an investment right here. What you see here is all an investment. So. Dang, this is getting long. Because, bro, there's so much to the whole creation of this podcast.
I don't feel like you got to go all the way back like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we're here now in.
Because we got a lot of topics to talk about for real. Yeah, so let me just talk about this semester. So I ended up, getting back to that professor, saying like, hey, I'm down to start a podcast here. What can I do? So he introduced me to like one of the higher ups here on campus, and they were all for it. Everyone, and I want to give a special shout out to those people. I don't really want to like say their names or anything like that because I don't want to like be federal or like you know what I mean. Like I don't want to like put their names out there. But like if I'm sending you this podcast, if you're seeing this, I just want to say like thank you from the bottom of my heart because to be honest, you didn't have to do all that. Like they were adamant about me getting this done. So I appreciate it. They finally gave me the green light. We're in the small cozy room right now. They gave me the key and everything. So I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
Appreciate that.
I really appreciate that. So that's basically it. That was the creation of the podcast. And like I said, this is something new. This is a new journey we're on. We're looking to like maybe see where it goes. Whatever happens. There's gonna be times where we're gonna have vulnerable conversations with people. Sometimes we're gonna have funny conversations. I also want to play games with people, like fun little games. I guess. What you think about that?
Well, I'm not opposed to it, but as long like little icebreaker things you're talking about.
Kinda.
We can do that.
Yeah. Towards like an end of a podcast,
It gotta fit like what we're doing.
Definitely.
Well, we're still planning it out.
Definitely.
So, like Tory said, whatever happens.
And I hope everything's going to plan because like we have a lot of equipment here, and like I'm like all of this you see right here is going to the computer. Like this is not going to the camera. So when I get to editing it with the video, I have to like kind of like match up the audio with the video, which is going to be hard. I kind of like looked at some videos on how to do it, which is kind of easy. Like the editing software I use is Adobe Premiere, and don't use Adobe Premiere. That editing software sucks. Like use Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is like $400. No, I think it's $300, but it's for that one.
$350. I checked this.
No,
it's $350.
Really? When last time?
My boy paid $350 for. I don't know.
How long ago was that?
It was a grip ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Final Cut, I'm so used to it because I have a lot of like videography classes that I took that deals with Final Cut Pro. So I'm kind of used to it. But Final Cut Pro is I think $299, $300 for that one-time payment. So $299, that's a lot of money, obviously. But that's the only payment you have to pay for. Then it's yours. After that $299, it's yours. For Adobe Premiere, on the other hand, is $20 a month for a student.
Okay.
So I'm paying $20 a month for every month to edit on here.
Every month?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, it's not bad, but like, plus a lot of movies you see, music videos, all that is shot on Adobe Premiere. Yeah. But it's just so hard. It's way harder than Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro just comes easy to me. I don't know why, but yeah, that's the whole creation of it. I'm trying to think of what else really kind of played out. Like it took the whole, like right now I have finals next week. It took the whole semester for me to get this going, which I don't mind at all. Like I think I'm talking a lot.
Don't worry about it. I mean, I think the biggest challenge for like the both of us was like working around each other's schedules.
Yes.
Well, part of that was just getting this space in general and getting the time to for us to use this space. Yeah. But like just working around each other. That's why be patient with us because we're still trying to figure stuff out ourselves. But it's a lot that we both got.
Yeah, like a lot of behind the scenes stuff that took place. Which, like I said, I appreciate those people that really, you know, they did their thing, like, and I appreciate that from those guys. I really do. But what was I saying? You know, I was talking about, you know, I feel like good things come to those who wait. So, you know what I mean? Like, what do you think about that? Like, I feel like you have to be patient in order to, like, be successful, you know? Like,
it's a little bit of...
And right now, like, bro, we're doing it, bro. Like, look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought, bro?
It's a little bit...
Who would have thought we would have been here, you know,
and you're going to agree with me when I say this. There's a little bit of, yes, good things come to those who wait, but sometimes you got to go out and you got to take it.
Yes.
And I feel like
facts.
Us getting this...
Like
us
you have to
now,
apply
like,
pressure. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And...
My bad. I always cut him off. My bad. And then all of a sudden you lost your train of thought.
I did. I
gotta stop doing that.
I lost. I literally just lost. I was
about
to say something.
Bro. My bad. I always do that. Dang. Okay.
I mean, basically, what I was trying to say was, you know, like I said, if you want something, just be patient, but also you got to take the initiative and you got to take it. I was saying, I didn't really figure that out until like late college and like until coming out of college that. Well, I obviously knew that things weren't just going to come to me. Yeah. But in terms of being proactive and really going out and getting, because I have a whole story of, like,
and the thing let me just, my bad. Our podcast is you're gonna get to know us a lot. We're gonna interview students and all that, but you're also gonna get to know where we come from.
We're not gonna get into everything now. Obviously.
Yeah, it's the introduction. Yeah. It's the, you know, I want to do like a small little 30-minute, but I don't know if it's gonna be 30 minutes. Whatever. I don't care because we're just talking. You know, you're gonna get to know where we came from. You know, how we battled through like mental health struggles or whatever. Like those, like, you know, times where you're just going, like, you're down bad. You know, how you pick yourself up from that situation. You know, so we're gonna talk about all of that. You know, not get too deep, obviously, because we got our own things going on or whatever. But one thing, like. And I want to say this one thing. Our mom, shout out to Mama Dukes. He's probably watching.
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Mama Dukes. And she's our biggest motivator. Like she's like our superhero. Like
well, that's
the stuff she does.
I really learned how. Yes. I really learned like you got to take what you want from her. Yes. That was a person who really drilled that into my head.
One thing our mom always tells us, like, and I even tell my friends this, like, yo, closed mouths don't get fed.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Me, I'm an introvert. Like I don't like going out and really like. I don't want to say putting myself out there. Yeah. I don't. No, I'm still not comfortable. I'm 24 years old and I'm still not comfortable. Really.
I'm 22, but I just turned 22 in November.
But once you get older, you gotta just sort of do things.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds like simplistic, but you gotta just really. Just step outside your house and just go.
Yes.
Like, it's just that simple.
Because nobody's as a...
Like, that mentality, low-key, like, you know, got me to where I'm at now. Yes. Like, just stepping out, like, just getting up out of bed, stepping out of your house and just, going.
It's so hard to get out of bed, yo. Like your bed is, like, so comfortable. Like, my bed is so comfortable. Like,
it's hard. It's hard to just get...
Even with classes, you don't want to go to class sometimes. Yeah. But you just got to get up and just go to class.
It's just that simple. It's just...
You know, like, and so our mom, you know, she's my biggest motivator, my mentor. I love her to death. I don't know where I would be without her. Same with him, you know. And she's like in business and all that. She's in the fashion industry, so she talks to high value clients and all that. And we would, like, over the COVID break, I don't know, should we get into that?
We're going in a whole lot of different directions.
I know. Whatever, Mo. It's the first podcast.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Fine.
Whatever.
It's fine.
But I would, over COVID break, and I told one of my professors this one time. I told her, like, and shout out to you, by the way, the professor I'm talking about. She's one of my favorite professors here too. I told her about it, like my mom, what she does and all that. She was like, "Wow, like that's amazing, whatever." Because I told her, like, I'm just going back and forth. You know how she's my biggest motivator, whatever. In like over the COVID break, everyone was at home. And me and you would always just see our mom. She would always be on Zoom with these high value, like high client, like CEOs of like fashion companies or whatever. Like, and she would just like hold her own. I'm like, yo, like we never got to see that from my mother.
Of course,
she would always go to work
because she works on site. Of course, before COVID, and when COVID happened, you know,
everyone was home,
working from home. So we got to see that firsthand.
Yeah.
How she handles business.
Yeah.
And I know for me it was eye opening. I know for Tory it was eye opening. Seeing that because we never see that side.
Not at all, bro.
And to go back to what I was saying before about really like stepping outside of yourself and really taking what you want, like I said before, she's the one who really drilled that into our heads. But there's one thing just because she always when we grew up, she always told us that growing up, like you got to really be proactive.
No, I don't remember it. I feel like once I became older and more mature,
she would tell us that. She would not a lot, but like she wouldn't tell us that a lot. But I remember like she would tell us that we got to take initiative. She wouldn't get too like deep.
Yeah, right.
But it's one, like I said, it's one thing to tell us that, but like to see it firsthand from her and to see the way she handles herself, to see how composed she was under pressure. Like, I know for me it was motivating.
Yeah, definitely. So just shout out to Mama Dukes. She just always instilled in us closed mouths don't get fed. Like, and she with this whole podcasting, I talked about the idea of with the whole podcast thing, and she just told me, Tory, go up there and take some action. So like,
she'll really
she'll get mad at me. She'll be like, Tory, what are you doing? Like, it's coming down in the end of the semester. Like, what are we doing here? Like, go out and do it.
She'll really tell you, like, yo, just go and make that stuff happen.
Yeah, definitely. So
she don't care about the circumstances. She's like, forget everything else. Just go.
And like one thing I feel, with students too, like a lot of students they wouldn't, they're not really as like how would you say it, talkative or like they wouldn't take initiative. Like let's say you have a bad grade in the class and you just won't even talk to the professor at all, but you want to get that grade up. You have to show your face to that professor. The professor.
That was hard for me, bro.
Yes,
that was hard for me.
It was hard for me early on, but now I'm more like I could do it whenever. Like I love talking to people. So I have no problem with doing that. Like talking to the professor about, hey, I don't get it, like whatever. And you have to show your face to that professor, or else you're just gonna be just there, just down bad. You're just gonna be looking like, oh man, I failed a class. Oh man, like what am I gonna do? When you didn't take initiative at all.
Absolutely
you didn't do anything to kind of pick yourself out of that situation. So that's what my mom instilled in us, like go out and get what you want.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the whole creation of the podcast. I'm trying to think anything else.
Should we get into the questions or just
I
like
guess.
the little Q&As?
Yeah. So we have a little Q&A. I have a little like script kinda that I'm doing right now.
Just to get to know us, just to break the ice between us and you guys.
Well, one thing I have on here is about finals, bro. For me, finals week is next week, bro. And
right.
To be honest, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be studying in my dorm room right now, studying and doing what getting ready for finals, whatever. But I'm doing a quick little. I'm gonna go get back to studying after that. So don't worry.
Better.
But I want to talk about finals. What was your mindset at when you took your finals? Because there's instances where like I'm a senior now, and before when finals week came, that's like that's where where like when finals week comes, you want to drop out.
Right.
You want to drop out.
You want me to be honest?
Be honest. Be honest.
You want me to be really honest?
I don't care. Whatever. This is both of our podcasts. My bad.
Okay. So, of course, I would study and do what a good student would do.
Yeah.
Study, do all the homework, make sure that I would make sure, because, of course, in all your major classes, like, they talk about finals the first day.
Yeah.
So, you want to make sure you're not behind the 8 ball the first day.
Yeah.
So, going into, like, classes where I knew I was going to struggle with, like, I knew I had to be proactive in just making sure I wasn't behind on anything. Like, no homework assignments, no reading assignments, no nothing. So when finals week came, of course, and we were just talking about this before the podcast. Once for finals week, I know for me with my major, I didn't really have that many finals to take. Because most of my finals were just either long essays or papers and stuff like that. So around the time when finals would come, I would only have to take like 2-3 finals max.
Yeah.
But I've never been a good test taker.
Me neither.
I've never been a good test taker.
Yeah.
So of course, like I would study and stuff like that, but like I'm not gonna lie. Should I say this?
Nah, bro, you're out of college. Like, what the heck?
They gonna come for me, take my degree away from me. If I
what?
say
Nah, how did they do that?
I would look for any possible room I could possibly find to cheat. I'm not even gonna lie. What you wanted to say, like, I will look for any type of opening, any type of. If dude had his paper like this, and I'm sitting next to him like this.
I didn't know you was gonna get that, dude.
What you mean?
All right, whatever.
I'm a disclaimer. I was not successful. I was
still got a bad grade, kinda.
Yeah, I was not good at cheating.
Word.
I would never like really mess up. Like I don't think I ever got like I don't think I never did too bad on like finals and stuff like that. Like I don't think I ever failed a final.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know, like even when finals like I would really prepare for, like there's always that little voice in your head be like, yeah, go look at that dude paper real quick.
Word?
or the professor, he might be looking away. Check out your phone real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, be honest, bro. Be honest. Let's do it.
But the disclaimer, and anybody from St. Joseph's, I was never successful. I was never look at my grades. I was never successful.
Facts.
Anyways, but besides that, hey, don't follow my lead. Okay, I did what I had to do, but don't,
Yeah. Well, do that. No.
I don't condone anything. I don't condone any of this. Just disclaimer right now.
Yeah.
Anyways, but in terms of how I prepare, like, it would be so hard for me to focus.
No, bro.
With just studying and stuff, and just of course, like. We all got like other stuff that we.
Yeah, I want to talk about that though. Like for me,
just like the mental.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Being mentally strong enough to really focus on like what you're doing.
Yes.
And really retaining that information.
Yes,
that was the hardest part.
And for me, like one of my biggest struggles going through finals was like, I don't know, like I'm an overthinker, man. Like I overthink everything. Like it's kind of crazy, but like before a big exam, I would just have so much anxiety, bro. Like I wouldn't be able to sleep some days. Maybe eat. Like it would be bad. Like, and just a quick story to tell you guys. One of a student I know, one of my friends, in my class I know. One time he walked past me, I was like, yo, what's good, whatever. So he came back, and he's kind of like stood right next to me, and so I was like, bro, what's good, bro? How's the classes going? He was like, bro. To be honest, I'm going through it. I was like, bro, talk to me, bro. What's up? Like,
you told me this story.
Yeah, like, and he was like, yo, like, I'm like this class I'm in, man. I don't know how to like. I'm failing, man, and I can't. I talked to a professor, and he said, well, I don't know how you're gonna get your grade up, like, and that's kind of, as a professor, you can't. I don't feel like. I don't know. Do you feel like professors should be honest with students? Like, I mean, he basically said like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're gonna fail either way. So I was like, bro, all right. So here's what you do. You show your face every single day. Like you're going to class every single day. Ask for as much help as you need. Go to office hours. Like let's get that grade up, bro. Let's try to get that grade up. All right.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this, because everything you said was right on point. Like show your face, be proactive. Let the professor know that you're
trying,
that you're giving that effort.
Yeah.
And that matters so much because, like I said, I was never the type like I wouldn't let myself drown, but like I especially for me back in college, it was just hard for me to put myself out there and really be honest about, me struggling. So I know for Spanish class, like I was with my professor like almost after every class.
Right.
Like, and we would just be working on like the material, what I wasn't understanding. We would have to write papers in Spanish. He would like help me with my papers. It was hard. It was hard.
Jeez.
Whole essays and nothing but Spanish.
Wow.
But of course, I struggled with that, so he would help me out. And I honestly believe to this day, I only passed that class because I did that.
Exactly.
I only passed that class because I put in the effort, and because I didn't. I could speak all the Spanish words that I possibly know.
Yeah.
Within like a couple of seconds. I don't know that much Spanish. Is what I'm trying to say.
Facts.
So obviously,
I would love to know a lot of Spanish though.
I would too. I'm gonna get back to
Definitely.
I'm gonna get back to like learning because I really do want to learn.
I feel like that's important for everybody.
Yeah, bilingual and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's. But anyways, like I feel like that's for it. Also depends on the professor because some professors really just don't care.
Yeah.
But like if a professor really sees that you're trying to put in the work to really dig yourself out of that hole, they'll give you the benefit of the doubt just because. Like they'll give you a passing grade literally just because you put in the effort.
Yes. So all I'm saying is, like put yourself out there. I'm all about one of my mottos, and I tell you this all the time, like, is seek discomfort. So remain uncomfortable. You can't be comfortable, and you can't just like sit there and just wait for stuff to happen to you. Like you can't do that, because or else you're just gonna, life is gonna be passing by. And my biggest enemies is time.
I feel like that's everybody's enemy.
Like, bro, like I'm a senior now. It's like the end of the semester. Like, I don't know I have nothing planned after this. After I graduate, I have nothing. I mean, I hope something's gonna come, which I hope for or whatever. But I'm just winging it. Whatever happens, happens. So time is our biggest enemy. And put yourself out there, or else you're just you're gonna drown, like you said.
Well, time's our biggest enemy because we don't have a lot of it.
Not at all. Like I feel like once you get older, that time.
Time
goes down.
Well, our perception of time changes as we get older.
Yeah. So
we're in our 20s now. So we go through a year now. It's not going to feel like how a year was when we were 10.
Yes.
Our perception of time is going to be like, oh, well, dang, college went by that fast. Because I know it was for me, like, high school felt way longer than college. Just like
no word.
Just the length of it.
Yes.
Just because, like, you don't really realize like the jump that you're making between like you're a teenager in high school to because when you're coming out of high school you're basically still a teenager.
Yeah.
So you're coming out of college, you're a grown person now. Mm-hmm. So that perception of time is going to change, and I would say on top of that, college is more fast paced. College is way more fast paced than high school, like, because you're in control. Well, not in control, but like you have more control over like your own schedule and what you do day to day, as opposed to when you're in high school and you're living with your parents.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like that in and of itself is what makes college go by fast. I know my 4 years went by so fast.
Same.
Like I didn't even feel like I got a chance. But if I had to describe my 4 years, it was an experience. Like for better or for worse, I wouldn't change anything.
Really?
I wouldn't change nothing. I always thought I would regret it, and I thought the same thing after high school. For different reasons. Mm-hmm. For pretty much the same reasons. Because I could get into this, but I'm not. Like we can get into this later. But like I always thought I would have regrets. Like coming out of high school and coming out of college, I always thought I would have regrets on, like I shouldn't have been so closed off. I shouldn't have been so, really closed off to people, or I should have put myself out there more. Like, I always thought I would have that regret. But honestly, and I say this about high school and college, I wouldn't change anything, because I know I needed all the lows I felt, all the highs I felt, and everything in between to get to where I'm at now.
Yes.
And you're going to need that. You're going to need to realize that and take that into account, like, as you get older. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Like, after college, or if you go to high school and you don't go to college and you're just, like, trying to tackle the real world outside of high school, life's going to suck.
Yeah.
It's going to suck. Life's going to be really hard.
Yeah, he's telling me now, like,
no matter what, there's no way around the grind.
Yeah.
There's no way around things and there's no blueprint. No matter what, like any teacher, any administrator, no matter what any mentor might tell you, there's no blueprint for how to really know what to do, because I'm still confused. Like, I'm a grown man. I have a job. I still don't know what I'm doing.
I tell you this all the time. Like, bro, that's a part of it, bro. Like, that's life, bro. You gotta be like, some days you just don't know what to do.
I hate it. This is why, like, we have the confidence that we have, because I just hate it. I hate going through like the grind every day. But you have to, bro. You have to embrace it. And like, I tell them all the time, you gotta embrace it. I tell my friends this all the time. Like, they're going through stuff too. Like, a lot of my friends are nursing majors. Like, and that's like one of the hardest majors you can have. Like, nursing, business, being a doctor. Like, that's like you gotta go through some tough things, like, bro, and I tell them this all the time, like, embrace that discomfort, because that's, in the end, it's all gonna pay off. Yeah, bro. You know that Damian Lillard meme. I don't know if you be on Twitter like that. Like,
a little bit.
You know that Damian Lillard meme, because he's been in Portland his whole career. He'd be like, "Oh, I don't run from the grind," and that became kind of a meme. I run from the grind. I do not like.
See, that's why I'm mad. I don't know. I don't like to hear that, bro.
I don't like to be uncomfortable. I know if I gotta put myself in an uncomfortable situation, it's because I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta get up for work every day and do the 9 to 5 stuff, because I have to. It's because that's the only way I can build my future. And there's a whole lot, but I know that there's stuff that I have to do that I don't want to do. Definitely. But like, me realizing that now is just me realizing that now, I know it's a part of being an adult.
Yeah. And I feel like
it sucks. It really
definitely.
sucks.
As a kid, I remember being a kid and I'd always see like 20-year-olds, like 25-year-olds. I'd be like, yo, I want to be 20. I want to be 21. Like, I can't wait to be 20. Yo, once you turn 20, once you turn an adult, it sucks, bro. It's not all peaches and cream. Like,
yeah.
For real.
And I want to.
It sucks, man.
And you know how, like, you know, when you're in elementary school, middle school, high school, you know, they tell you, oh, like, you're in elementary school, oh, that's not gonna fly in middle school.
Yeah.
Or you're in middle school, like, oh, that's not gonna fly in high school.
Yeah.
Get to high school, oh, that's not whatever you're doing. That's not gonna fly when you get to college, right?
Yeah.
And I always look back and I ask myself, like, what did y'all mean by that?
Exactly.
Because I was talking about earlier, like, nobody really gives you a blueprint on how to really have stuff figured out once you become an adult. But things like, I might have got up to use the bathroom and be like, oh, like, you use the bathroom too much. That's not gonna fly in high school. It's not gonna fly in college.
No, facts.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? Unless you work at Amazon. If you work at Amazon, I'm sorry. Like, I really, in that sense, I guess they prepared you for that. But I am sorry. Anyways,
that was a good one.
Anyways, like, but it's just the mundane little thing to be like, oh, like, that's not gonna fly once you reach the next level.
Yeah.
And I always ask myself, like, what did y'all mean by that? Because y'all, they tell us things from a totally different perspective, because they come from a whole different generation.
All right, guys, a little bit of technical difficulties,
and
but
we're back again.
Yeah, we back. Right now, when my camera is overheating,
so we're gonna have to.
Yeah, it's not good. So let's try to. Yeah. We're gonna try to keep the answers brief.
Yep.
We're still doing this Q&A thing. So we were talking about favorite place.
Favorite place. So I'm gonna say Hawaii.
Hawaii. My favorite place is definitely Hawaii. That was a very memorable experience for me. I loved every second of being there. Yeah. Like we said, we hope you guys get a chance to visit Hawaii. For real, it's one of the it was a great place to go to. For real. Biggest pet peeve.
Wow, that's a loaded question.
You want me to go first? I'll go first because I already.
Go ahead. I got things.
When you can hear a person chew, I do not, and he does it all the.
No, you do it.
No,
you do it.
No,
you do it worse than I do.
Bro, you do it all the time, and I be telling
you.
You and mom. You and mom be doing it all the time.
You do it. You don't do it. You don't do it bad.
Exactly.
But when I do it, when I just chew, like, you be like, oh, you be anal about it.
I just don't like when people do that. Like, come on.
I'm not doing it. You don't even be chewing too loud.
Close your mouth when you eat. Like,
I do close my mouth,
bro.
You say that about anybody who's chewing anything. Anyway,
right, go ahead. What's your pet peeve?
Damn. I was gonna say that.
Really?
Well, nah. I know. I was gonna say it because I know that's your pet peeve.
Yeah.
I can't really think. I guess when people just talk too much and too loud.
Is that me, bro?
Like I know a dude, not really you, but like I know somebody who just got a big wet mouth. and when they talk, like you could feel like the whole essence of their voice. It pisses me off.
Okay, that's a good one.
Like loud obnoxious noises in general, but like when somebody just talks too much and too loud.
Facts. I feel that. What's your favorite artist, brother? Mine is Drake.
Jeez.
I love Drake. I ain't gonna lie. That's my guy.
Okay,
shout out to Drake if you're watching this. He's probably not watching this, but shout out to Drake.
Right now,
I hope you're watching this.
Right now, oh my goodness, I can't think. I have so many.
Come on, bro. What the heck?
Of course, I listen to Uzi. I listen to
Cardi.
Dirk. I would have to say Cardi.
Really?
I would have to say Cardi.
He's like my second. Cardi and Uzi.
Probably Cardi and G Herbo.
Really?
Cardi and G Herbo. It's like a tie, but they're the most that I'm listening to right now. So it's probably a tie between them two.
Favorite all-time song?
"Runaway" by Kanye West.
The heck? We don't want to talk about Kanye right now.
Oh yeah, I know.
Let's not talk about Kanye.
We not on the Kanye train right now.
We're not on the Kanye wave right now.
Train.
Yeah, but let's get off of that topic real quick.
But "Runaway" is my favorite song ever.
For sure.
"Runaway" is my favorite song.
My favorite all-time song is probably 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi Vert. I can listen to that song all day.
That's a good choice.
The whole vibe of that song.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
I love that song.
Man, I be wanting to think about these questions, bro.
I gave you the script. I gave him the script and everything. He didn't look at it.
I'm a busy man.
I feel that. I feel that. Favorite movie of all time. Mine is Ratatouille.
Oh,
I love
The
Ratatouille.
Dark Knight.
Really?
The Dark Knight.
Really?
I have like a top 5. I'm really into movies. Like that's
Facts.
That's one of my hobbies. I'm really into movies. But I would have to say either The Dark Knight or it's a tie between The Dark Knight and Goodfellas.
Nah, Goodfellas is good,
Goodfellas
yo. I love Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is that movie.
Dang. Nah, it's a good one.
You gonna say Goodfellas?
I love Ratatouille, bro.
I personally
Just the song in Ratatouille, I still listen to that song. It's called Le Festin.
Ratatouille is heat.
Bro, I love
Ratatouille
bro.
is heat.
That movie, it's so much nostalgia in that movie that from me
I
being
would
a
say
child.
I'm gonna say The Dark Knight. I wouldn't put Goodfellas over The Dark Knight.
Okay.
But Goodfellas is top tier.
This is a little bit of a fun one. Who was your childhood celebrity crush, bro?
Vanessa Hudgens.
Really?
Vanessa
I
Hudgens.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Bro,
Vanessa
mine,
Hudgens.
Selena Gomez, bro. I used to love, bro. I was obsessed with her, bro. One time, quick story. One time she was going to King of Prussia Mall for like a little meet and greet, and I wanted to meet her, yo. But like I couldn't because my parents was working or whatever. So I literally cried that day. I ain't gonna lie.
You never told me the story.
Bro,
I never knew.
I love Selena Gomez. If you're
I
watching,
remember
yo,
the prank that our cousins played on you.
Yo,
When
should we
they
tell
were-
them that? My cousins they prank called me saying like they were Selena Gomez back when I was young.
He believed.
And I literally
He
it
believed
sounded exactly like Selena Gomez. Like, bro,
How you
it
know?
was
How
crazy.
do you know? How do you know?
I don't
Selena
know.
Gomez
It's just
sound like?
it just sounded like her. Like, and I still yo, that was messed up. That was messed up for real. It wasn't even funny, bro. Don't even laugh.
It's funny. It
No,
was funny.
no.
It was hilarious.
No, it was not.
Because you really believed that was her.
Exactly, bro.
All right.
Last one. Let's get deep on this one. Let's get deep. And you probably won't like this one, but this is what I go by. Do you believe in the power of manifestation?
Jeez.
Beef. For me, I do. To be honest, I manifested all of this. I manifested this whole podcast. I don't know. That's just my mentality. I'm more of like a spiritual person. Like, you know, there's some days where, you know, I definitely pray. I pray to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You know, God plays a role in my life. He's very important to me. And I read books. I meditate. Not like I should. Like I'm not one of those like, you know, crystal type dudes. Like crystal like have all the
Glad
crystals.
you're not. You better not be one of them.
Nah, but like I don't know. Something about manifestation. Like it's getting more popular now. Like a lot of people are talking about it through TikTok and all that. But I believe that stuff is real. Like straight up. Like you know, if you have an imagination of something you want to do, you know, stick to that. You know, and like don't doubt yourself by any chance. Manifest your desires. A brief book that I read, you know, it's called Acts and It Is Given. Acts and It Is Given. It's called How to Manifest Your Desires. Shout out to Big Sean, the rapper Big Sean. I remember I watched a documentary on him. He read the book, and that's kind of like how his mom gave it to him, and that's kind of like how he like changed his whole mentality. So I was kind of like, wait, like let me check that. But I didn't want to like change my whole mentality, but it was just it seemed like a very interesting book, you know. So I read the whole book. It took me like a year. Like I ain't gonna lie. It's because I was just busy doing other things. But it was like a great book. I like highlighted a bunch of like, you know, excerpts kind of, and you know, I still read that book now. Like I still kind of go back to it whenever I'm, you know, feeling down or anything like that. And I feel like that book is what kind of like what you see here kind of got me into getting this, kind of got me into getting out of my comfort zone, talking to people. You know, so I believe in the power of manifestation, in my opinion. What do you think?
I don't, but it's not that like against manifestation. Like
Yeah.
you believe in that, you know, I'm all for it. But I'm more of a man of action. Like I believe in just doing things. I believe in just
It's
like
the same
if you
thing,
want
though,
something.
kinda.
No, I feel like, or I don't know. I could be wrong because I'm not really spiritual like that. Like
Yeah.
I don't believe in just saying I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Like no, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like
But no.
You could say it to yourself.
If it's not like coming.
But like, what is that?
As,
Is it just saying it to yourself?
Yes.
Like,
If it's not
that's
coming,
it?
if it's not coming as fast as you want it to, and you have to be patient. You have to like set the necessary, like you said, take action, but set the necessary steps in order to, like I said, like I had to
feel
talk
like-
to a lot of people in order to get this podcast. You know, in order for me to, you know, kind of set this up. You know, I had to talk to a lot of, you know, people throughout the school and everything. So that's how I manifested this right here.
I feel like if I thought about things like that, it would cause me to overthink. Like if I want something
It's
and I'm
not-
not getting
it's
it,
not
just
really-
me because I'm a big overthinker. Like if
Same.
I want something and I want to achieve something and it's not, coming, like, it's not going the way I want it to, like, I would rather just, like, not think about it and just let it come to be as it comes. I would rather just, because I feel like I'm going to stress myself out by saying, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Like, I choose not to think about things like that because I know I overthink. Yeah, and I know, like, my anxiety is crazy.
I'm the same way.
Like, for me, I can't really think about things like that, or else I'm just going to drive myself crazy.
Like, we all, our day and age, we all want to be successful. Like, that's the main goal for me. I know that's the main goal for you. Yeah. So that's kind of, I feel like
we have different ideas on what success is, and we'll get into that.
Facts. So I feel like in order for me to, I don't know, be patient and just manifest, what I want to be in life, like that's the main goal for me. But yeah, man, I want to end it because our camera is messing up right now, so I want to kind of end it real quick. Thank you for watching. Feel free to share it if you want. If you want to share it, whatever. Put a comment in the comment section. Say hello to Tory. DM me on Instagram. I'm gonna put my Instagram in the bio. His Instagram too.
Yeah, my Instagram tj.vs.the.world. That just
all right. I'm gonna put it in.
It's gonna be in the bio. It's gonna be in the bio.
Yeah, let me know what you thought of this podcast. This is definitely something new to us.
Yeah, definitely share your thoughts.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we said, we're new at this. So any feedback?
The main goal so far. So right now, it's Christmas break. It's coming up soon. 2 weeks from now. I think after this week. Yeah. So right now we just wanted to do a brief introduction of kind of just like a sneak peek of what's to come. So like probably next episode we're gonna have 2 guests. Shout out to them. They know who they are. And I have a brief roster of, the whole idea of this. I keep going back and forth. The whole idea of the podcast is just like a college, young adult podcast about life, whatever, where people came from. So I want to talk to student athletes, international students, like I said, alumni, student in general, maybe faculty. Just get where their headspace is at, or where they at right now, something like that.
What better way to convey like what a college young adult experiences by
exactly. And right now you got
young
that
adult college age students themselves.
Yeah,
right?
And you just got that from us. What we're about.
Exactly.
And over time, you're definitely there's gonna be episodes where it's just gonna be us. There's gonna be episodes where it's just gonna be 2 people and we're just interviewing them and having a conversation. Right. That's the whole goal. Cause I definitely think this is gonna be something worthwhile. For real. Like, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm
excited, and that says a lot because I never get excited about anything.
Definitely,
but I actually am excited.
I'm excited for what's to come. Definitely. But yeah, man. Thank you for watching, and
we'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the next episode. So have a good Christmas break. Hang out with the family. All that.
They get it, Tory.
All right, man. I'm trying to end it. Dang, leave me alone.
So wrap it up.
All right, y'all.
We can end it.
Peace.